Gas prices have dropped below $3 a gallon to their lowest level in more than 4 years. The national average for regular fell to $2.95 on Friday, the cheapest price at the pump since May 2021, according to Gas Buddy. A combination of lower oil costs, strong refinery output, and softer demand has pushed prices down across all 50 states over the past 7 days, a trend that fuel price tracking company called exceptionally rare. This is a welcome break for Americans ahead of the holiday season and comes as refinery maintenance season concludes and gasoline demand weakens seasonally. Patrick D. Hahn, head of petroleum analysis at Gas Buddy, said in a release. In Colorado, Oklahoma, and Texas, several dozen stations are selling gas for under $2 per gallon. Meanwhile, California has the highest average at $4.50, but several counties saw prices slip below $4 on Friday. I saw that yesterday. Yeah. The recent drop has been driven in part by easing crude oil costs, supported by additional supply from OPEC and record U.S. oil production. Refineries have also returned to strong utilization rates, boosting gasoline inventories at a time where consumption naturally tapers, Gas Buddy said. The relief comes as more than 70 million Americans hit the road for Thanksgiving, undercutting the idea that holiday travel pushes gas prices higher. Can we end the myth now that gas prices go up due to the holidays? DeHaan wrote on the social platform X. Gas Buddy said the sub $3 national average could be the norm over the next 4 weeks and may even continue into the winter. DeHaan added, as we get closer to 2026, the outlook for another friendly year for motorists is strengthening. Then the article mentions states with the lowest average gas prices on Friday were, in order, Oklahoma, which was $2.37, Colorado, which was $2.49, Louisiana, which was $2.52, Mississippi, which was $2.53, and then Texas at $2.55. And then the states with the highest average were California at $4.50, Washington at $4.08, Oregon at $3.72, Nevada at $3.64, and Arizona at $3.29. I just want to add, as someone who lives in the state that they say has the highest gas prices, even though I will say that they seem a lot of times to not count Hawaii, which has large rates as well, and at least with them it makes a little bit more sense because they're on an island. I've never seen gas over here. When I've traveled back in January to Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, I saw it go to $2, but I've never seen gas prices over here from the time I've been driving with regularity go below $3 and like either 70 cents or 80 cents. And I remember when 2023 was starting, because that was when I really began, driving with regularity. Gas prices on average were like close to $6. Like it was $60 just to fill up the tank, and that's one of the reasons why I hated, how crappy the job market was, because it meant having to travel to all these different cities for interviews all over the damn place, and just, it really played into the argument I've had, which is that this is another one of those things people need to survive, but it's so expensive, specifically where you are, that you're just like, all right, well, I guess my only solution is to just not drive as much, which is made harder to do when your job is, far away. So it's like a trade-off where you either don't work there because it's too far away and make no money, or work there where it's far away and drive there and have to like burn through more gas because of how far away it is. Just you just can't win with this stuff. But I was also thinking about how, man, Oklahoma, if their gas is 237, then it would be what, five, no, 464 for two gallons. So basically 1 gallon over here is the equivalent of 2 gallons over there. So I guess they would be, someone over there would be full around like $30, whereas over here, even though it's gone down from what it's been over the last 2 years, it still is higher than pretty much anywhere else. But I'm glad, it's very rare to see anything not increase and increase and increase and increase. I just I like how they're all mystified. It's like this is an exceptionally rare trend where across all of the U.S. in the last 7 days, the combination of lower oil costs and strict refinery output and softer demand. How much you want to bet the softer demand again is like due to people looking at this and be like, am I really about to burn through 30, 40, 50, $60 just to drive somewhere? Because I've explained before that outside of these stupid job interviews and the places that hire me that are far away, I don't really like on average drive anywhere that's more than maybe 5 or 7 miles away. Like it's really rare for me to just be like, well, I'm driving to another city today. So that's kind of led me to only have to go again on average once a week. And I'm sorry, but like looking at that $40 and $50 just to fill up, the tank, always leaves me a little jaded because I think to myself, man, if if I didn't have to worry about this, that's literally $200 you'd have. That's enough money to like buy food, at least for me anyway, for a whole month. So that plays a role in why I think some of the lack of I guess the softening of prices is due to people just being like, man, I'm not driving over here. I'm not driving over there. And you'll be surprised by how many people have a job that's like right by them, so they don't have to put up with the ever increasing crazy cost of gas. And I wish more people had that option. I wish more stuff were either remote or in close proximity because it's like you already have to pay all this crazy money for car insurance and the various car notes that people have, and it's just you don't. I guess again I go back to my thing of like I don't really believe people should have to pay out, you know, 60 or 50 or $40 to have a full tank of gas. Especially when a lot of us aren't even driving to anything other that's like far away other than a job. So I'm glad it went down. I hope it stays down. I would love it if people just stopped driving. If they all just said, you know what, man, I'll go somewhere tomorrow, and then after that, of course, I'm not telling anybody they should like just boycott driving, to the extent of not going to work, but I would really like to see that amount just keep going down and down and down. See how low can we possibly get it? Because there's no reason to have to pay all this money just to get to where you need to be.